ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents Resolve.
Examination, but this time, Ulan challenging the blockers and making it
Composure. Control.
From the other side. Passes again. And that the late Tamaraw in control so far of set number 2.
Confidence.
This is what 200 to say. Yeah. Check ball. Will they go 5 straight? Let's see. Closes the set.
Perseverance.
Solo block. Podcast naman ngayon. Roll, set.
Oh, and Santiago still gets the line.
Grace.
Mata. Off to Daniel Juan. And we're tied to Pineda. Pineda.
Resilience.
Oh! Nobody home for Anderson! And ADMU! Iuro si Valdez, malapit sa net. Kuha pa rin.
Tenacity.
Again!
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
In our first match, you saw the LaSalle Lady Spikers sweep UP in straight sets to win their 11th victory here in the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. We are still here live, greeting you from inside the arena in San Juan City for our second match on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, and it is a crucial one. Adamson University looking to tie Ateneo in the team standings today, while the Lady Eagles are looking for separation from the teams right below them in our race to the Final Four. Mabuhay Pilipinas at maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtutok ngayon sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Anton Rojas, joined of course by Mosey Ravena, at syempre, hindi makukumpleto ang ating broadcast team kung hindi natin makakasama ang ating mga courtside reporters reporting for Adamson, Mitch Del Carmen, at syempre, para sa Ateneo, makakasama natin si Selena Dagdag. Ateneo versus Adamson, Mosey, always historically a very good matchup when these two teams collide.
That is right, Anton. And especially now, we are in the second round of this tournament. And all important games kasi sinasabi natin, siguro since mga 3 games back pa, no? Because again, they're tight. It's very tight in the middle. And we will show you why this is important for Ateneo. As you can see, Ateneo holding on to that third place with their dear life, diba? At ang Adamson naman, on the other hand, wanting to get that spot. Siyempre, yan na nga very close pa rin yan in contention pa rin siguro hanggang dun sa USD. So it's really going to be a tight tail end of our second round.
Exactly, and the Lady Falcons would like to put a little bit of pressure on the FU Lady Tamaraw, as you saw right there. Pareho silang 5-5 yung kanilang win-loss record. Now let's go back to that December 14 first round matchup between Ateneo and Adamson. It was a straight set win for the Lady Eagles, but there are a couple of differences in that game. Of course, syempre, Coach Ty Bondet was still there, and of course, Ano Gopico was still playing for Ateneo, and she was the third leading scorer for the Lady Eagles during her time on the floor.
That is correct, Anton. And Ateneo surprised Adamson in that game because alam mo, between these two teams, ina-expect natin always a long one, especially with Ateneo having new players. But Ateneo producing a lot more spikes in this game. As you can see, 15 more spikes for Ateneo. And yung blocks, mas marami ang Adamson, but service naman bumawi ang Ateneo. So, but again, expect a different ball game today as we are in our second round. And again, yung at stake in this game iba eh. So it's going to boil down to to who wants it more.
By the way, Coach Ty Bundit is back
Yes!
here. He arrived Thursday night ayon kay Assistant Coach Parley Tupas. So let's see what type of difference that will make in today's matchup. In the last match of Ateneo, natalo sila sa NU. Actually, at the end of the first round, 5-2 ang record ng Ateneo. But starting the second round, 1-2. So they would like to bounce back in today's match.
That is correct, Anton. Head-to-head nga sila ng NU in that first round. At until ito na nga medyo napag-iwanan ng NU. NU really after that first loss, tuloy-tuloy na yung wins ng NU. But Ateneo naman on the other hand, losing Gopico. And then yun na nga, hindi na masyadong naging consistent yung games nila. As you can see here, the game against NU, 4 sets for Ateneo. They won the third set. At NU lang was really too strong for them, producing a lot of spikes with 51 spikes. Ateneo only having 37 in that game. Ang maganda lang, pinantayan naman nila yung service points at hindi sila nagpahuli sa blocking against the very tall NU squad.
Actually, season high yan para sa Ateneo. I think if I'm not mistaken, that was the second time na naka-7 blocks sila in a match. So that's a good sign for Ateneo even though they lost against NU. Another good sign for them has been the play of Amy Ahomiro, who has continued her emergence, and she is the second leading scorer on this Ateneo Lady Eagles squad.
That's right, Anton. And you know, when you see the numbers of Amy Ahomiro in that last game, yan talaga yung maganda sanang ma-produce niya consistently, especially ito na nga nasa tail end na tayo ng ating second round, because they will really need a lot of help from the other players kasi yung defense talaga is all focused on Eliza Valdez.
Yes.
So, si Amy should be more consistent producing this kind of numbers and along with with the rest of the gang, diba? With the rest of the group. So, they would really, but it would ease out the defense, diba, on Eliza Valdez.
4 games remain in the schedule of the Lady Eagles, and Amy is already looking forward to those matchups, hoping that they can pick up wins in all of those games. Selena Dagdag was able to sit down with her earlier today. Let's listen to what they talked about.
So, Amy, we've gone a long way since the kickoff of the season. However, we acknowledge the fact that we still have 4 crucial games to play. Amy, how do you feel about that?
I think it's important to start strong and finish even stronger. So that's the mindset of our team, to continue and to maybe uplift our game so in order to make the Final Four.
Amy, what do you think do we have to do? You mentioned the Final Four earlier. What else do you think do we have to do in order to secure a berth in that spot?
I think we just have to continue playing as a team and teamwork, work on our chemistry. Coach Ty is back, so hopefully that will help us with our team chemistry and just keep pushing.
All right. Thank you again, Amy, and good luck on your game later. Anton and Mosey.
Well, Mosey, she seems very focused with her words, and let's see how that will translate right here on the court as they take on Adamson. Now, unlike Ateneo, Adamson has had a better start here to the second round. They are 2-1 here in the second round, and most recently, tinalo nila itong University of the East.
Exactly, Anton. And in this game, Adamson showed the old spunk, diba, that we know them that they have that, especially in floor defense. Talagang napakagaling na Adamson. And again, in the game against UE, that's why we always say itong Adamson, you cannot count them out. They're always in contention for that Final Four slots. Final Four slot. Ito, 3 sets again for Adamson in that UE game. And look at the third set. Talaga na mga pinuhos na ng Adamson. UE only scoring 9 in that third set. And yeah, yung spikes, ito yung gusto natin makita sa Adamson. Because, you know, makatunay such a steady setter, kailangan yung spikes ma-produce and ma-convert yung mga spikes.
And of course, majority of those spikes come from Bang Pineda and Amanda Villanueva. But yes, it is May Makatuno that does the setting chores for Coach Sherwin Meneses, and it is up to her to try to make sure they make the most out of their spikers here on the Adamson side.
You know, May Makatuno, very steady playing for playing like a veteran setter. And the Adamson, to me, that's why they're still there, is because of May Makatuno.
Let's take a look at the statistics of May coming into this match. Naka 3 points pa against UE.
And then, yun yung mga nakikita nakita na natin bago kay May, diba? Nakita na natin siya pumapalo, mas aggressive na siya when she's at the net. And again, because she's a veteran setter, so yun na lang yung conversion ng mga sets niya by the spikers. Yun na magiging important, especially in this game.
Mitch Del Carmen sat down with the fourth-year center of Adamson. Let's listen in.
May, you have been a setter for 9 years already, and many people say that spikers, or setters rather, don't get the limelight as compared to spikers. So, what made you pursue this, and what's so unique about that role of having that role in volleyball?
And pagiging setter po kasi pinaka-importante sa team. Kung as a setter, kailangan mong i-lead yung spikers mo para makapuntos. At the same time, parang ikaw yung director sa isang pelikula.
Ngayon sa training pa nga lang, sinasabi ni Coach Sherwin na kailangan meron tayong tamang mindset para makapasok sa Final Four. So, ikaw bilang ate ng team, ano sa palagay mo yung right mindset na yun?
Siguro yung pagiging responsible namin sa bawat isa. Mag-focus, every training, every game, kailangan i-gay namin lahat kung ano yung may tutulong namin as a team member.
Maraming salamat, May, and back to you guys.
Natuwa ako doon sa sinabi ni May, ha, parang director sa pelikula. At syempre, kung siya ang scriptwriter, gusto niya happy ending para sa Adamson ngayong araw.
Love story, ano ba? Magiging natin pelikula for today.
Well, I'm very excited for the show that these two teams are about to put on right now. Coach Tai is back. He is focused and he's looking to deliver the goods for the Ateneo Lady Eagles, and he will be matched up against this young man right here, Sherwin Meneses of the Adamson Lady Falcons. Stay tuned as we will have this match right here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action when we return.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Beloy Flying V Arena here in San Juan, we bring you Saturday's main event. Match number 42 in the Women's Volleyball Tournament of your Season 76 UAAP. Officiating this match, our first referee, Yul Benosa, International Referee. Our second referee, Bob Molina, National Referee. Now let's meet the starters. First, for this season's hosts, the Adamson Lady Falcons. Number 14, Main Jennifer Macatuno. Number 9, Faye Guevara. Number 4, Mylene Pa. Number 5, Mayet Zapata. Number 6, Amanda Villanueva. Number 1, Bang Pineda. Their libero is number 7, Shelly Tempiatura. And the head coach of the Lady Falcons is Sherwin Meneses. And now, starting from the Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles. Number 8, Emma De Jesus. Number 1, Ariel Patlomo. Number 12, Gia Morano. Number 10, March Tejada. Number 16, Amy Ahomino. Number 2, team captain, Alisa Valdez. Their libero, number 13, Denden Lozano. And the head coach of the Lady Eagles, he's back, Anusor Tai Pundit.
You're looking at a very focused Ateneo Lady Eagles camp. They need this win badly to gain some separation from teams like Adamson, FU, and UST. Ito namang Adamson Lady Falcons. This is a different team from what we saw in the first round matchup against Ateneo. They are starting off the day Of course, with Pineda, Paat, Zapanta, Villanueva, Guevara, Makatuno, and the new libero, si Jelly Temperatura, emerging as the main libero now for Coach Sherwin here in the second round. For Ateneo, Coach Tai is back, and a surprise starter, Ariel Patnongon, starting off at the middle for the Lady Eagles.
That's right. And again, in the second round, nakikita natin, especially towards you after 2 to 3 games, you can see now the adjustments being made. You know how you will realize how important each and every game is, especially the schools in the middle of the pack. Ito na yung mga adjustments makikita mo na very visible.
Makatuno, back set up top to Amanda Villanueva. Patnongon and Valdez were there. Valdez pops it up. Morado, back to Valdez, and she gets it through. That's a point for Ateneo. We have more from the side of the Lady Eagles. Here's Selena Dagdag.
Well, Anton and Mosey, I was fortunate enough to be able to talk to Coach Tai before the game started. Unfortunately, he still does not know what to expect from his Lady Eagles as he just came back. However, his presence alone has made a lot of difference during practice, as it is evident that the girls are more driven, more focused, and more determined. Upon his arrival, the team held a breakfast buffet in honor of his comeback. However, they wasted no time and went straight to practice. The girls claim they didn't do anything new, just their usual twice-a-day practice, with their strengthening and conditioning plus their meditations. They also watched Adamson's recent games to tailor their counterattacks accordingly, and they are more determined to come into this game more positive, and as they collectively said in that first huddle, happier than ever. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Selena, for that report. Well, with Coach Tai, Ateneo is 3-1. That was, of course, the first 4 games of the season. And then 6 games under Coach Parley Tupas, they are at 3-3. As we take a look at this Betadine block of the set right here. Betadine 7.5% feminine wash for Red Days. It's better to be protected. Only 1 practice so far since Coach Tai's return.
But again, in Selena's report, that is so correct. It's also a positive sign that I'm sure that the girls will take it positively that Coach is already here. Diba? Yun lang without words, without practice, without anything, just a mere fact of his presence, I'm sure nakatulong ng malaki yan. So ngayon, they have to go back to work, and again, an important game for them. So sana lang on their part, wala nang transition uli, no, by the presence of Coach Tai once again. So I think Coach Party naman really stuck to the system of Coach Tai.
Gia Morado to serve now for Ateneo. Slow start for them as they are trailing early against the Lady Falcons. Ahomiro, nothing there. Pineda sets it up. Zapanta had to adjust, popped up by Lazaro. Valdez trying to get it through. Pat and Villanueva were there. Long rally we're seeing here. Makatuno sets it up. Combination play, wala pa rin. Morado, back set. Ahomiro again, popped up by Villanueva. Zapanta on the open hit. And this rally is still alive.
Well, this is the matchup we were talking about in the pregame. You expected natin na long rallies and long match.
Hats off to both these teams for that long rally, but it ends with an Adamson error. And speaking of the Lady Falcons, here's more with Mitch Del Carmen.
Yes, Anton and Mosey, isang hiling nga lang ang hinihingi ni Coach Sherwin sa kanyang team, and that is to give their one long push before the season ends. Para nga kay Coach Sherwin, trabahuhin na nila ang bawat game because Adamson can't afford to give this season up. He even added that it is about time to sacrifice more for the school because it's not about them. At the end of the day, it's all about school pride. The girls answered Coach Sherwin's request by now initiating their individual conditioning in the morning and giving more effort in their afternoon trainings. The girls even further responded by establishing a jovial mood in their dugout earlier. Ika nga ni Bang Pineda, yun daw ay para mataas na agad ang kanilang energy before the game even starts, hoping that they would have this in today's game. Okay?
You know, Mosey, I really feel from that report the importance that the entire Adamson team is putting in this match right here.
Correct. And yung mga succeeding matches pa nila, no, yun ang sabi ni Coach Sherwin, kailangan lang one push, the big push that they need to get into that Final Four.
Pero looking at their schedule, mabigat yung kanilang makakalaban as we see that service error there by Valdez. They still have FU, NU, and UST up ahead on their schedule. And FU and UST, these are teams that they're competing with for the Final Four spot.
Correct. And again, we expect yung talagang iba-ibang level of match na in the second round, especially nga na dikit-dikit na sila in the middle. So, just like that, Bang Pineda with that open hit.
Pineda and Adamson playing with a lot of pride. Siyempre, ayaw nilang maulit yung straight sets loss nila sa Ateneo in the first round.
Especially now that they're really doing well in the second round.
2-1 ang kanilang record so far in 3 games in the second round. Tejada gets it through.
This is another player that will have to contribute for Coach Tai.
Yeah, she has emerged as the 3rd leading scorer since Guapico went down with her knee injury. Tejada is averaging 5.1 points per match. Makatuno setting it up. And Pan somehow getting a point, finding Eliza helpless on the back row. And the Lady Falcons are off to a hot start here. They lead Ateneo 8-6. Nagbabalik ang UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament at Mosey, eto na.
Yan ang sinasabi mo kanina. Medyo mabigat dyan talaga. Actually, mabigat na lahat because in contention lahat. Pero yung Feb 9 nila, NU at 9-1. At again nga, after that first loss, wala. Tuloy-tuloy na ang NU. So, difficult matches for Adamson. On the other hand, Ateneo naman, hindi mas lighter, I mean, lighter yung matches sa Ateneo. I say that because alam naman natin na UE nandun na sa bandang dulo and may UST pa. And I guess itong Ateneo, ito yung magiging nila, yung start, kumbaga jump board. Let's see how they will fare in their succeeding games.
And of course, they're already done facing off against LaSalle and NU in the second round. So now they can focus on trying to do what they did in the first round, which was sweep all the teams aside from LaSalle and NU.
That's right, and then you want to have those wins, yung para lang mas secured ka, di ba? Especially now, ito na nga, they're in a solo solo third place.
Guevara swiping it across with a violation call, so a point for Ateneo. Amy Ahomiro, second leading scorer on the team, 10.4 points per match, number 10 in the best scoring list of the league. Bang Pineda is number 2 on that best scorer. Look at Lazaro go to work. And because of Lazaro, they get it across to the other side. De Jesus slamming it off the double block.
Incredible transition of Ateneo from that defense, very difficult defense. Lazaro and then Valdez running after that ball. Tapos nakabalik pa sila to be able to set up a play. Ella De Jesus getting the point off the block.
Remember, Denise Lazaro injured her wrist in the last match against NU.
Kaya nga heavily bandaged yung wrist ngayon ni Denise Lazaro.
Coach Barley was telling me she didn't practice for 3 days. Nagpahinga muna. And it's good to see her back on the court. And they need her, especially at this time. Valdez!
Yes, from the back row, way from the back row.
That earns us on the wishy oh wow moment of the game. Eliza Valdez soaring high for the Lady Eagles. Open up to everyday surprises. Zapanta trying to respond. Lazaro was there. Morado surprises everybody on the Adamson side.
That's right. And again, a lot of people like how Morado plays.
Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Great play by Gia Morado. Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan.
Tingin ko talaga, you can expect more from Morado in the coming years. Oh,
Dug up there was Eliza by Amanda. Zapanta going down the line.
That's right, Mayet Zapanta on the other side naman. Ito rin yung kailangan nila, yung mga points from Mayet. We all know that she can really produce. Diba yung mga spikes, yung even dun sa net. Block points.
Definitely Zapanta. Third in scoring for Adamson, 7.9 points per match. Valdez going for the drop shot.
Adamson was asking for a violation, not over daw yung bola coming from Ateneo. Yun ang mahirap, ano? Yung talagang you cannot stop. Hindi pwede until the referee, you hear the whistle from the referee, hindi pwedeng mag-stop yung momentum mo.
A very long and tight first set we are witnessing, and that's what we expected, Mosey.
Yes, exactly. Mas-surprise pa nga yung 3-set win ng Ateneo over them in the first set,
Yes.
in the first round.
Villanueva. Morado goes to Valdez. And Makatuno able to pop it up. But Nongan was there on the back row. Morado again. Going for that dump ball. Villanueva, Valdez. A great read.
That's right. You know, Villanueva, ad-lib na lang yun eh, going off speed. But I like Villanueva because almost we expected that almost free ball given to Ateneo. Pero siya hindi niya nilet go. Still went for that off speed. But Eliza was there and she got that point.
Coach Tai very active on the sidelines in his return today. Zapanta blasting it through Valdez and Tejada.
Eliza Valdez apologizing to Coach Tai. Nalumusot yung palo na yun. But poor coverage on the side of Ateneo.
Another deadlock, Mosey. Faye Guevara now to serve. Morado sets it up. Valdez flies in. And nothing the coverage of Adamson could do to stop that one.
And that was off a combination play from Ateneo. As we take a look at it once again.
It is our Gatorade fuel spike of the game, courtesy of Valdez. Gatorade win from within.
Ang maganda pa doon, actually, yung Adamson was able to read it. They had 2 blockers for Eliza Valdez, and that wasn't even good enough for Eliza. She took that point off that prior combination play.
Let's take a look at this last sequence right here, Mosey. Zapanta, as you mentioned, they need her to put up her numbers and come up big.
Correct. Especially in this game.
She needs one of those game of her life type of games. We've seen a couple of those from her this season. Amanda Villanueva gets the touch from the Ateneo blockers, so a point for Adamson. Mayet Zapanta playing in her final year for Adamson, of course, along with Bang Pineda.
Good read by Adamson.
Valdez striking from everywhere, not that time though. Ahumiro now, popped up by Zapanta. Makatuno sets it up. Villanueva, dug up by Morado.
Oh,
And
great
somehow,
save.
Valdez able to save it to the other side.
Oh, and block that ball.
Quick to get up on her feet was Eliza. Chance ball. Oh!
Oh, and Amy Ahumiro smartly going to that corner of Adamson's court.
Mayet Zapanta was not ready for that one.
Ito yung maganda. We always say, look at the save by Eliza. Yung when you give a free ball, don't just give it, parang binabalik mo lang, at least pahirapan mo yung opponent. So just like that, si Amy was able to score from that, kumbaga, easy over from her.
Yeah, great read. Hindi na naka-atras si Mayet Zapanta. There's Ana Gopico. Again, very unfortunate that she suffered her knee injury. She was playing so well in her 6 matches that she played. She was averaging 8.2. That was third on the team for Ateneo.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
Very big. It's another player almost in double figures. And imagine kung usually kasi they up their level dun sa second round. Naku, napakalaki nun. But
we wish her a speedy recovery.
That's right.
And We hope that she will come back stronger and that we can cover her career here in the UAP in the coming years. Bang! Great read. Nakita niya, bukas na bukas yung back row ng Ateneo. Kaya naman, lamang ang Adamson, 16-15. Nagbabalik ang UAAP Season 76 dito sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action. Mylene Pat.
Yan yung sinasabi mo, nakita niya. Smart move there by Pat. Nakita niya, no one there. Late na ng konti si Patnongon on that block. So, took advantage, went for the hit, and got the point.
I'm loving the atmosphere, Mosey, here at the arena in San Juan. And I'm loving the match we are watching right now. Very close, very tight.
That's right.
Only 1 point separating these two teams that are in hot pursuit of a Final Four berth. At maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nanonood mula sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Pilipinas. Sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action, we have fans all the way from Palawan, Olongapo, Baguio, Surigao, Tacloban. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Correct. And maraming salamat sa panunood ng volleyball. Marami tayong nakukuha mga messages.
Yeah.
And we're just loving the sport.
De Jesus. Nothing there. Pineda now. Way underneath the ball.
No check. Pineda trying to ask for a check. No go.
Amy Almiro finally getting a chance to shine here in her 3rd year as a member of the Lady Eagles. And she's making the most out of the opportunity. Pineda from the weak side, dug up by Eliza. De Jesus binit ang kanyang palo.
She was trying to take it when she was going down already. She wanted an off speed. Had the right thing in mind though, pero yun na nga lang for execution here by Jesus. Not enough juice.
But we saw the 2 blockers of Adamson. They were there.
That's why she wanted to go off speed and gusto na lang niya ng parang drop ball to the side of the blockers.
Yun daw yung isa sa mga areas for improvement ng Adamson here in the 2nd round. Ayon kay Coach Sherwin, yung blocking nila.
Well, obviously si Coach Sherwin hindi ganun katataas except for Paat and Guevara. Hindi ganun kalalaki yung players niya. So, again, mapuputayan sa sipag kasi ang block naman, pwede rin yan kung magaling ka mag-timing ng block. Ano rin yan, pwedeng advantage, magiging advantage rin para sa'yo or makakatulong yan para sa team.
They want to add to their being the best digging team in the league. Talking about Adamson, Gia Morado, a very smart move.
Correct. And that's why a lot of fans really like Morado because she's one brave rookie. Yan o yung pag-rookie ka, madalas hindi mo pa yan ginagawa eh. Pero itong si Morado, yung makikita mo tough girl, tough player.
She's had several moments. I remember that last underhand dig that she did. She was able to find an open spot against NU. So we've seen a couple of those from her. And we've seen a lot through the years of this. Mayet Zapata. Excellent spike right there.
That's right. In between the blockers of Ateneo. Yun yung mga veteran moves na of course Mayet has shown us. Especially in the latter years.
Listana, now the service specialist for Coach Sherwin after playing the role of libero in the 1st round. And
good save by Amanda Villanueva. Sayang na, but Tejada with a push.
Sayang yung effort ni Amanda. Look, hinabol niya.
Ayan, oh. That is how important this game is.
Yes, exactly. They are laying it all on the line, sacrificing their bodies. Villanueva. Tejada was there. Great read by Mylene Paz.
I think Coach Tai is asking for a net violation of some sort, but they award the point to Adamson.
Zapanta again to serve. Morado. Valdez for the running hit. Buhay pa rin. Pineda. Lazaro. Ahomiro. Makatuno, back set, Villanueva, great read by Eliza Valdez.
That's right. Look at this last point. Solid block by Eliza Valdez. But getting the floor defense of Adamson, talagang napakatibay.
The best in the league. And Eliza Valdez gets a service ace. Ateneo is actually the best serving team in the UAAP.
Galaw ng galaw dyan. Nakatangin ka na eh. Diba? Magsaserve siya. I-receive ka. Bakit napakalayo mo?
Tara.
Yes. Okay, pagka gano'n, nandito si Valdez, mag-concentrate ka sa A at sa open. O ngayon ha, all 21 yan. Ang sabi ko sa inyo, pagka ganyan ang laban, receive muna. Okay? Kailang patas. Kaya mo yan. Yes.
Coach Sherwin told me before this game na nung sa unang matchup daw nila kontra sa Ateneo, nagkulang daw sila sa first ball. Kaya naman, remind niya yung mga players niya, we need to receive first.
Kumbaga, very basic yun. Dun mauuna lahat. And they go for that open hit. But Bang Pineda sending it high and long.
And now, Ateneo takes the lead.
You can see our referee, Yul Banyosa, talking to Bang. Yung mga ano lang, konting reminders.
Makatuno sets it up for Villanueva. A joust at the top. And a chance ball for Adamson. Makatuno. Paad was there, but she couldn't get it through. Pineda. Not that time, as Lazaro was there to dig it up. And De Jesus gets it through.
That's right, and De Jesus even challenging the blockers of Adamson in that last play. Look at her go.
Lusot.
Sino matao mo? Dalawa lang yan, isang patay tayo, isang ala. Paano makakapatay? Panata mo yung bola. Cross-court mo eh. Isa lang yan na pagka may receive, A, tapos kaliwa. Iba na receive, A. Pag may receive, pagkamasok.
Coach Sherwin just reminding the ladies, now is not the time for weak hits by Ateneo daw.
Again, pag nasa dulo na kasi, yung coaches, they want yung powerful hits rather than yung mga drop balls or off speeds. Unless sure ka na walang tao doon. So he wants a cross court from Bang, but Bang went almost down the line.
They go to Villanueva this time. And it goes long. Napako ang Adamson sa 21.
Kanina dun sa timeout, ang gusto niya cross court ni Pineda. Oh, but that's wide.
And finally, Eliza's long stint at the service line ends in her own hands with that service error.
So it's time for Ateneo now to come up with a play.
Morado sets it up. De Jesus trying to close out this set. Good job by Tempiatura.
Oh, and again, Pineda sending it long. Ateneo gets this set.
Pineda's had a couple of those wherein she was so underneath the ball at napalakas yung kanyang palo. So, at the end of set number 1, it is Ateneo emerging on top, 25-22. It was a neck-and-neck first set between Adamson and Ateneo in this crucial match, but in the end, Ateneo able to string up a run, and Adamson, their offense suddenly disappeared.
That's right, and even having errors dun sa offense nila, di ba, towards the end. And they were actually leading in the mid portion of this set. But eventually, Ateneo came up with plays and blocks, crucial blocks, as they end the set and they got it from Adamson. Na-stuck ang Adamson dun sa
21. Yeah, 21.
21st point. And Ateneo, once again, with ito yung sinasabi natin, yung kailangan maraming panggalingan from Ateneo because dun sa umpisa nga, we can see that si Eliza Valdez, the defense was really on her. Nahirapan siya to get the points. But eventually, nag-spread out. Amy was there. And marami na nagbibigay ng points. Even Morado, diba? Yung dot balls niya. So, kailangan talaga, and De Jesus, diba? So, kailangan talaga ganyan para mag-spread out rin yung defense ng Adamson. As you can see, Adamson producing 2 more attack points in that set, pero yung block points na most of that naging sa crucial end of that set. And aces, 1 more for Ateneo. Yung errors, well, 2 more for the Lady Falcons, and marami nga dyan sa 9 na yan came from attacks. Diba yung attack error? Yun yung mahirap, because and yun, unforced diba? So, that's something that siguro kailangan i-adjust ni Coach Sherwin.
Ateneo only averages 1.5 blocks per set. Block points.
Oh.
But
Pang 2 sets na.
Oo, nakatatlo sila.
Pang 2 sets. So, well, Valdez now with the total of 9 points, partner, just in that first set. Tejada with 3. Si Tejada pa, nalimutan natin. On the other side, it's Banta with 6 and Paad with 5.
So Valdez already with 9 markers. She averages 18.5 per match. The best scorer in the league.
Bumaba pa yan because it used to be 22.
So maraming salamat muli sa inyong pagtutok ngayon sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action. Anton Rojas, kasama si Mosey Ravena. We have Mitch Del Carmen reporting for Adamson and Selena Dagdag for Ateneo. Here's Valdez, dug up by one of the best here in the UAAP, Bang Pineda. Valdez again.
Going down the line this time. But you know, Anton, what we like about this game is you can really see the importance, diba, of a win in this game. From both ends, from both sides. Nakita mo yung mga habol, diba? Yung effort is different. It's on another level.
Too strong on that serve by Patnongan. I'd like to hear from Selena Dagdag right now. How does Ateneo feel coming into the second set, Selena?
Well, Anton and Mosey, earlier in that huddle, Coach Tai encourages the girls to have an upbeat disposition towards the game, especially as he reminds them that as they go through today's matchup, it is vital for them to have fun. Now, Coach also tells the girls to stay on their feet and always stand ready for all sorts of hits to provide better coverage on their floor defense. On top of this, he reminds the girls to be watchful of their timing upon jumping for their blocks. And, of course, never to hesitate when it comes to their offensive attacks. And if there is one thing he repeatedly demanded to witness in that huddle, he said it's firmer and stronger hits. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Selena, for that report. A good start here for Ateneo.
Oh, Mayet with an off-speed. Oh, that's going to be for second ball in the error on the side of Ateneo.
You know, Lazaro hurt her hand again. And she tried to just try to ignore the pain.
Grabe, no? Again, yan na naman, testimony to what we're saying. How important this game is really today, and it will really affect kasi yung succeeding games mo, yung momentum, and yung standing.
At syempre, for athletes, injuries are part of the game, and normally yung mga injuries, yung mga lingering injuries, that comes into effect late in the season.
Correct.
And because you're so close to achieving your goal,
right,
which is a Final Four or a championship, you have to muster up all the courage and play through the pain.
And especially with Denden Lazaro, she's the only libero that they used this year. Diba? Mag-isa lang siya.
Unlike Adamson na merong tatlong libero, actually nagpalit na nga sila eh. Temperatura is now the main libero of Adamson for Coach Sherwin. Let's go now to Mitch Del Carmen for this update.
Anton and Mosey, although the girls had a short break coming in today's match, Coach Sherwin believes that this is no excuse. Kailangan kondisyon pa rin ang kanilang mga katawan at lalong-lalo na ang kanilang mga utak. Now, ang tanging balangan nila laban sa Ateneo ay ang kanilang willingness to win. A positive outlook in the game comes with a sweet win. Now, strategically, as you guys mentioned earlier, the girls are being told to polish their defense even more. Hindi pwedeng nakatayo lang lagi. Focus on your man and relax. He lastly advised them by saying that don't mind the loud crowd, rather focus on your team.
Well, that's always a
Yep.
reminder to block out all the outside forces that can affect your game and just try to focus on the task at hand. For Adamson, winning.
No, clear the mechanism. Diba? Kailangan, wala ka naririnig. Yung focus mo is just on the game.
Let's take a look at this last sequence right here. Hindi umabot yung power tip ni Patnongon.
Oh, nice serve.
De Jesus has to hit it from way out. Makatuno sets it up. Pineda. Good dive there by Julia Morado.
Once again, you see the extra effort, diba? Good din sa both squads, sa both teams. This is really nice play from Adamson.
Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play. Now Makatuno showing us her version of the drop ball. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, expect more from the small sedan.
She doesn't do it often. That's why mahirap mahuli.
Pineda. Wow, she has been marked this afternoon, Mosey.
Oh, free ball.
Morado sets it up. De Jesus.
Oh, De Jesus! With power gets that down the line hit.
You can't underestimate the little one. De Jesus gives her team an 8-5 advantage. Let's take a look at this Oishi oh wow moment of the game right here. Ella De Jesus elevating for that down the line hit. Open up to everyday surprises.
Finding that very small alley where she could pass through to get that down the line hit. And ito yung naging important to me, at least at this juncture, is the presence of Coach Tai. Yung mga decisions like putting in Ella De Jesus, putting in Patnongon, because, di ba, it's new,
Yes.
di ba? It's something that parang adjustment that they made in this game. And I think it's working for them so far.
Remember, the past 3 matches, it was Tajima who was starting.
That's right.
So now, si Patnongon ang nag-start with the return of Coach Tai.
Yun yung sinasabi nga nating presence. Ito na naman, di ba yung mga saves? Ang dami na nating magagandang saves in this game.
And the crowd acknowledging the effort of the Lady Eagles and Patnongon. We were just talking about her. Running hit right there.
That's right, and that's what you want. Kung disarray pa yung opponent dun sa kanilang defense. Tajima on your screen. Ito yung ginagamit. Yun nga minsan because yung mga specific na diskarte that only siguro a head coach would really make. Yun ang magiging positive sign sa pagdating dito ni Coach Tai Butit.
Pineda going off speed there. Valdez.
Oh,
wow.
Lucky break. Lucky break there for Valdez.
Because of the velocity behind that ball, it was able to roll past the tape of the net for a point.
Hindi ka na nakapagay dyan. Ha? Usap kasi. O nag-running. O tuwang depensa. O wala magsasarili. Bakit nasa loob ka? Ano yatid sa'yo? Hindi naman pala eh. Hintayin mo lang. O 5 lang yan. 5 lang yan. Kasi
Now Adamson dealing with some adversity down by their biggest deficit here in this match at 5, Mosey.
And this is the time pag yung sa volleyball because it's a rally point system. Ito, medyo malaki na tong lamang na to. Ito na, kailangan habulin mo na kagad. Hindi mo pwedeng pabayaan because it will be more difficult.
Pineda, there were 3 blockers there for Ateneo. Morado sets it up. De Jesus.
De Jesus easy taking on that last middle hit.
And now, Coach Sherwin has no other choice but to try to find a spark off the bench. The rookie, Gemma Galanza, checks in for Zapata. The ball was on the way to Amanda Villanueva, but then the path was disrupted by Zapata.
Pineda going cross-court, takes that point. Ito na iniintay ng lahat. Of course, we expect Pang Pineda to really score it for Adamson, but now she's on the service line.
And you see Denise Lazaro just trying to put on a strong face as that ball hit her heavily taped right hand.
Great dig there by Tempiatura.
De Jesus on her second jump. Valdez from the back row.
Not enough spin. Medyo nagulat siya doon na Davey gave it to her. So hindi na siya masyadong nakapag-approach.
Coach Tai back in the fold.
I'd say
almost a lucky break there. The reigning best server in the league. Bang Pineda. Gemma Galanza, the rookie.
throwing that away a bit long. She was under the ball.
(12-7). Still in favor of Ateneo.
Oh,
that looked like it was on the way out, Mosey.
That's right. Sanay kasi sa beach volleyball si Villanueva, kaya parang ang dali lang din sa... Ang hirap nung ginawa niya yun.
Yeah.
Ang hirap nung dig na yun. She was in the air when she got that dig.
Grabe yun. She twisted her body, but it leads to this. Gia Morado with another drop ball.
So a little bit of everything coming from Ateneo.
And a little bit of luck as well. Ella De Jesus felt like hindi aabot yung kanyang serve.
Naging ano ba? Naging point pa.
Napaganda pa.
Kasi yun din yung inisip ng Adamson na mukhang hindi aabot.
And the second libero, Lebom Fasil, on the floor for Coach Sherwin.
That's out. So point goes to the Lady Falcons.
Well, for Adamson, they just have to hold on and not give up. Because obviously, you don't want to go down 2-0 against Ateneo.
And they will just have to remember na tinalo nila to in 3 sets.
Yeah.
Diba?
Ayaw nilang maulit yung ganong klaseng pagkatalo.
Oh, Galanza once again. Of course, rookie mistakes yan eh. Kinda expected. And especially this is a tough match. Yan yung pag-rookie ka. Wag this game, wag this game. Next game na lang.
But
yun
her
na nga
team
eh.
needs her. She has no choice.
And you always have to be ready.
Yes.
Yun yung kailangan doon.
Villanueva.
Oh, good read by Adamson letting that go.
Kumakapit pa rin ang Lady Falcons.
And definitely, we know how these girls play since, way back. Talagang very steady floor defense and iba rin klase yung laban, iba yung heart nitong Adamson.
And they do have a winning tradition, 10 Final Four appearances. And they would like to make it back to the Final Four.
That's not...
Yeah, that was beyond the antenna, actually. So, still here in the second set, and Ateneo still on top over Adamson, 16-9. 16-9 is our tally. Ateneo leading Adamson. Excellent atmosphere here at the arena, Mosey.
Malalam din nila that this is going to be a good one, definitely. And yung Ateneo fans are all here because they know it's an important game for Ateneo. And yung Adamson fans din naman nandito rin. Hindi natin parehong blue eh. Parehong blue.
And of course, we are also greeting everybody else watching from different parts of the Philippines and the world on ABS-CBN Sports and Action and on TFC as well. Well, we're getting so close, Mosey, to the Final Four. And the intensity level has really increased. Valdez kind of stayed down on the ground for a moment.
Villanueva getting that one. And Pang Pineda trying to clear up something sa ating referee.
Gemma Galanza. Well, she has to get used to this. She's one of the main recruits ni Coach Sherwin. Definitely she will be given her chance, her moments to play in the coming years. She was also the alternate sa beach volleyball.
Correct, yes.
Ni Ban Pineda and Amanda Villanueva.
Well, again, yun naman yung ito yung mga moment na iniintay in the second team.
Ngayon naman, Mosey, napako ang Ateneo dito sa 16.
Right.
Adamson now coming up with a run.
If you go back, no problem. You go front, one no good, cannot find. Move on, lady. You believe me. Number one over. Song happy. Find no problem. 17, come. Believe me.
Coach Tai Bundit back from his duties as the national juniors team head coach of the girls in Thailand.
Oo, kaya medyo nawala si Coach Tai. Hindi naman dahil magulo sa Thailand, di ba? Kasama
Pero there were a couple of words that I understood. Parang sabi niya, stay low. Parang sabi niya, happy.
And believe me.
Yes,
Parang
yes.
ayaw maniwala. Ito na, again, Adamson. Trying to string up some points. But this time, Ateneo getting that one with an attack error coming from Adamson. Alam mo yun yung na-limit nila in this second set. Yung errors nila from attacks. Kanina, ang dami talaga in the first set.
Especially from Pineda. She couldn't hit the ball properly. She was underneath it. This time, nag-adjust na siya.
Right.
Makatuno sets it up. Pineda. That one goes out. Adamson fighting strong here.
Yan ang talagang palo ni Pineda. We see Pineda getting that off the block point. May isa pang magaling na Bang Pantalyon. Dati, hindi rin siya masyadong malaking player pero ganun din ang galing pumalo. High flyer. Very smart.
Villanueva with that running serve. Di umabot.
Correct. This is what you don't want to see. Especially na ang ganda na you're stringing up some points and trying to play catch up. Pero yun yung unforced errors kasi parang free throw, di ba? Parang ganun yung feeling.
It's just you and the ball.
And you alone.
And your target.
Nobody to blame.
Pineda, a joust at the top. She sends it over to the Ateneo side. Valdez sends it back.
That's a good set there. But not able to convert that.
That was the type of errors that they were committing in the first set, Mosey.
Yep.
Yung mga ganong klaseng palo.
Sayang yun kasi wala yung blockers ng Ateneo.
Let's listen in on this Adamson huddle.
Tsaka three naman. Subukan mo, press mo, paloy mo na. Hindi pwede tayo mag-error ng mga walang kwenta na error. Bato.
It's a 6-point deficit being stared upon by Adamson. Ateneo, of course, would like to close in on taking a 2-0 advantage. Let's see how Adamson will respond to that huddle.
That's right. And medyo may sense of urgency na yung boses ni Coach Sherwin. Kanina pa niya sinasabi nga na kailangan stop na eh. Ang dami kasing errors na just too much, lalo na dun sa attacks. And yung naka-adjust na sila dito sana sa second set. They were stringing up some points pero biglang wala eh. Binigay na naman yung momentum back to Ateneo.
And it started with that
there you go.
service error there. One of the clean hits of Adamson,
correct.
the few clean hits that they've had in this match.
And we all know na kaya naman nilang gawin, di ba? With Pater, with Guevara, with Pineda, and even si Mayet Sabanta. Pero Mayet now is sitting on the bench.
In for her is the rookie, Gemma Galanza. Tumama sa
Tin Harriet, ang nipis-nipis na nga lang dun eh. Galing ni Eliza. Yung coach mo mo ganyan. Ang luwang-luwang eh. Kailangan tamaan, pero ang galing, manipis lang yun eh.
Valdez from the back row.
Too much angle there. Ito na, ito yung gusto mangyari ni Coach Sherwin in that last huddle.
Maylene Pat has played well this afternoon.
Correct. And she's really improved from first round to the second round.
Yeah.
Ang laki ng improvement. Oh, another error. Down the nail side.
And now, Coach Tai rings the alarm.
Relax. Happy. You. One ball, foot. One foot. One point. 21. Thinking 21.
Tulong-tulong tayo Sige. Isa tayo Mag-short ka na. 5 points.
You know, Mosey, I can really feel that there are so many thoughts running through the mind of Coach Tai.
Yep, you can see it in his face. Parang ang dami niyang gustong sabihin, but yun na nga siguro yung konting anong tawag mo dito, communication gap. But I'm sure they will fix that. Wala lang si Charo today eh. Si Charo pwede mag-interpret. Oh, and now you see Beatan in for Eliza Valdez.
Eliza Valdez.
Coach Tai taking off Eliza Valdez. Well, that's for defense definitely. As, alam mo naman na si Beatan ang dating alternate libero.
Yes.
So, defense lang. Kasi kanina pa si Paat serving.
Beatan making her 8th appearance here in the UAAP season 76. Pineda dug up by Lazaro. Free ball. Morado up top. Ahomiro. Galanza.
Correct. Good dig.
That's going to put her confidence up.
Beautiful save.
Macatuno up top. Pineda.
Oh, she had the right thing in mind. She wanted to go 6, pero medyo mahaba and not enough spin.
That's the same problem that she was dealing with in the first set.
Nakita niyo na eh, walang tao. She wanted to go to that spot, to that zone.
And the problem in the first match comes back to haunt them. The first ball, yun yung binanggit sa akin ni Coach Sherwin before this match. Nagkulang daw sila sa first ball.
And gantong-ganto yung nangyari towards the end of that first set. Errors from Adamson, and the Ateneo was able naman to go to some place.
Pineda off speed, dug up by Ahumiro. De Jesus now. Galanza was there. Bang Pineda again, avoiding the two blockers of Ateneo. De Jesus. And she gets the point.
Ella De Jesus with the cross-court hit. Ito rin yung nangyari kanina. Collaboration ni Ella at yung blocking ni Eliza towards the end.
Ella De Jesus, Patnongon, the players that we were looking for to step up,
Right.
making their presence felt here. De Jesus with 7 points already in this match. Free ball for Ateneo. Who will Gia go to? Patnongon! She had a running hit a while ago, kaya lang bitin yung kanyang talon.
That's right. And yung center medyo mababa niya ng kinuha eh. Ayun o. Yung approach pati niya. Hindi niya masyadong nabasa yung distance ng ball. Oh, this is a free one. Oh, but turn back. So Ateneo gets the match point of this set.
And Valdez, after that very brief rest, comes back into this match. Ateneo at set point. And Gia closes it. Back-to-back block points for the rookie setter, Gia Morado. And she gives her squad a 2-0 advantage. You're watching the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament only here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action. At the end of the first 2 sets, Ateneo finds themselves on top after taking set number 2, 25-19.
Well, you know, Anton, it was almost the same story except that in the second set, Adamson started a bit better than the first set. And dumidikit lang sila dun sa Ateneo until, again, towards the end na naman of that set, errors na naman. And they were already able to adjust. And yung mga errors nila dun sa first set, especially on the attack errors. But towards the end of the second set, para bang bumalik na naman yung problema. So, once again, Ateneo able to get that one, that second set of mga hits na naman ni Ella, ni Eliza, and Morado there.
Yeah, the last 2 block points coming from Gia Morado. Now, for Adamson, what do they need to do to survive here in this do-or-die set number 3 for them?
Well, you know, again, Adamson, nakikita naman natin they have really great floor defense. As you see first the numbers in that second set. Adamson was really limited in that second set. You see 6 attack points only for Adamson as Ateneo producing 11. But sa blocking, walang nabigay ang Adamson in that last set. And yung service, again, Ateneo winning it over Adamson. Pero yung unforced errors, mas marami pa nga Ateneo. But Adamson was not able to capitalize with errors of their own kasi. So, kung na-limit sana nila yan, nagamit sana ng Adamson yung errors na Ateneo to win that set.
Adamson actually had more attack points than Ateneo in the first set, 13-11. Pero the tables have turned in the second set. Ateneo 11 and then Adamson just 6. Talagang nalimit sila. So we're here now in set number 3. Let's see how the Lady Falcons will respond. They need a strong start again, just like they had in the first set.
But you know, partner, in spite of si Zapanta being pulled out, si Zapanta pa rin has the best score in the side of Adamson. 6 points for her, Paat having the same number. Villanueva and Pineda only with 4 so far in this game. Pero Valdez having already 14 points, De Jesus with 7, Morado with 5, and Tejada with 4. This is what
Spread out.
Yun yung pinag-usapan natin in the pregame.
Yeah.
Should really be that way for Ateneo if they want to win it.
But if you're Adamson, that's very alarming, to have Amanda and Bam just having 4 points so far in this match, because they're the 2 players na talagang inaasahan ng entire Adamson community, averaging in double digits. Let's go now to Selena Dagdag with his courtside update.
Yes, Anton and Mosey, Coach Tai commends the girls for their performance during the first 2 sets. However, now he encourages them to bring their focus towards where they bring their ball. He said that if they can take the ball towards the sidelines or the baselines, then that is exactly what they should do. Now, Coach Tai also wants the girls to continue with their attentive system to carry on with their momentum. He adds that at this point, strong spikes and firm receives will get them through. The coaching staff reminds the girls to play confidently, pero isa isip rin nila na hindi pa tapos ang laban. Coach Tai also reminds the girls to go back to their basics and, of course, follow their instincts. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Selena, for that report. They've had a lot of those. Yung mga down-the-line hits.
Yes.
At yung mga malalakas na palo. Just like this one right here, down the line, Eliza Valdez, Uishi, oh wow, moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises.
Pinadaan kay Makatuno ni Eliza Valdez as she takes that last point.
No cramping issues for Eliza today. Remember, in the first round matchup against Adamson, she was playing in pain.
Ang in pain naman ngayon si Tenden Lazaro. But Lazaro having 10 excellent digs already against the 3-4 Tempiatura in this match.
And she has been having her best season so far. Right now, in terms of the stats, the #1 best digger and #1 receiver in the league. Valdez with a drop ball. She is leading the way in terms of the scoring department. The #1 best scorer, 185 points coming into this match. Let's go now to Mitch Del Carmen.
Well, Anton and Mosey, kayang-kaya naman daw talaga makuha ng Lady Falcons ang game na ito. Pero para kay Coach Sherwin, minsan yung mga madadaling bagay pa ang nakakalimutan ng team. Now, he wants his girls to move on. Huwag nang dadamdamin ang mga errors at bumawi lang. As Pineda advises her girls to just do their role in the team. Now, as this set arises, the girls are instructed to have better communication, especially in their chance ball opportunities. And of course, to materialize their first ball reception and their floor defense. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Mitch. Well, still, the same reminders by Coach Sherwin Meneses to his players. Valdez is turning things up a notch here.
Well, yan, alarming. And alarming din yung pag first set pa lang, yun na yung sinasabi mo kung coach ka, no? Yun na yung reminder mo sa girls mo. Nasa third set na, you're still saying the same thing. Yun yung alarming rin on the side of Adamson naman. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pa rin nakakapag-adjust. So, wala pa rin antidote, di ba, for yung mga problems na nakakakos ng set sa kanila. And, they need this one, huh?
Yeah.
They need this set.
Oh, hitting error right there for Adamson. And even with the personnel, Mosey, Coach Sherwin is looking for the perfect combination.
Right.
Pinasok niya ngayon si Marlene Cortel, the team captain. Amanda Villanueva is on the bench right now.
And that goes out. Botingo nila went wide.
We can see the look of concern on the face of Amanda. You can tell that she badly wants this match.
That's right. And mukhang under the weather si Amanda. Nakita naman natin kanina. Dun sa timeout. Tapos, Ateneo once again. Ito yung distribution na pinapagyan natin. Now, Amy Ahomiro with that point off the block. And then, this is what you want to see on the side of the Lady Eagles. Yung distribution. Again, hindi na naman ngayon, ang dami na kailangan asikasuhin ng Adamson. Kaya sila nahihirapan. Hindi na yung defense naka-focus lang kay Eliza. On the other side naman, itong Adamson still looking for that somebody that they can lean on. And it has to be either Bang Pineda or Paat can actually do it too. And you can just string up points and lead the way for the Lady Falcons.
The numbers of Bang and Amanda have been down this afternoon. And Bang coming alive here, slowly, here in set number 3. But let's take a look at this one right here first. A betadine block off the set, a single block by the much smaller Bang Pineda on Ahomiro. Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash for red days. It's better to be protected.
And ang ganda ng single block na yun ni Bang Pineda. And she goes for the kill, but that's long. And wait, they call a check. Nag-react agad yung Adamson, thinking that they were going to call it for Ateneo, but point goes to Adamson with that check ball.
We are tied at 7 here. Set number 3, De Jesus gets the 9.
Totally turned back.
And Adamson comes into this technical timeout on top, 8-7. Nagbabalik ang UAAP Season 76. And this is our Betadine block of the set. Mylene Paat, the first-year player, doing a splendid job at the top of the net this afternoon. Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash for Red Days. It's better to be protected.
Ngayon nga ang feeling that she's not a rookie in this game against Ateneo. Ang ganda ng pinapakita ni Paat. And yun, dapat nga yun bonus lang, di ba, for Coach Sherwin. But Mylene Paat, good job.
And she is the only first-year player on the Adamson side that started all the matches for Coach Sherwin. So nandun yung
Deserving
tiwala.
naman.
Yes, yes. Able to produce naman. Van Pineda.
Once again, and this time, even challenging the tall blockers of Ateneo and getting the point. Ito na yung hinihintay ng Adamson. Kailangan may leader lang eh. And siya yung #1 candidate for that. Best bet.
Number 2 best scorer in the league. Silence a little bit again, De Jesus. Nothing silent about her performance this afternoon. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play right here. Ella De Jesus. Smart move to pound it off the hand of the Adamson blocker. Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan. Morado. De Jesus, dug up by Pineda. She gets it back.
So it's parang nga nangyayari. De Jesus and Pineda now talagang showing us
it's a showdown.
Who's the better player, and Pineda getting that last point.
Who's the better small high flyer?
Oo nga. Much to the delight naman of our crowd here at the arena, which includes us. Look at that. But that was taken care of by Pineda. And look at the transition.
She's in her zone right now.
Yes, that is right. And yung transition, she got the first ball, umatras ng mabilis for the approach and getting that cross-court hit.
And look at her. She's communicating to Makatuno, communicating to Guevara right now, being the absolute leader on the floor for Adamson.
Well, we mentioned nga in our pre-game when we talked about May Makatuno. And sabi nga natin, si May kasi, steady na siya na setter eh. She's a veteran setter. Ang kailangan na lang is ma-convert talaga yung mga hits nila. Pineda, nila Guevara.
Nearly another point for Van Pineda. And they're really going to her, talking about Adamson and especially Makatuno. Valdez.
Eliza Valdez from the back row.
Kind of fell awkwardly. And she's walking with a little limp right now.
Okay, let's take a look at it once
again.
again.
Cramps again.
Yeah, just when you said.
She was stretching her calf muscle. And parang pinukpok niya right after she fell down. It's her right calf muscle. She was stretching it.
Pineda asking for a check and she gets it. Ayan, oh.
Yeah, there. Yeah, pinukpok ni Eliza. And then when she stood up, she stretched it. She stretched it, her right calf muscle, and it looks very stiff. And
which is still in the game for Coach Tai, so
she has to be in the game as her team right now down by 5.
Hitting it from the back row once again and getting the point.
Anong cramps?
Well, pero dapat ma-recognize ni Morado rin yung nangyayari kay Eliza.
Yeah.
Because hindi pwedeng yun. Iwasan mo na yung back row attack.
Yes,
because it's too much stress.
But somehow, Eliza still able to manufacture a point. Tajima starting the last 3 games for Ateneo, checking in for the first time. Eliza again. Zapanta was there. Guevara, excellent timing.
That was a little bit low for Guevara. Take a look at this set.
Excellent timing by Eliza right there. Doing it all. So nakita niya yung best player on the other side, Bang Pineda, raised her level of play. Sinabayan ni Eliza Valdez ngayon.
Ito, hindi masasabayan. Nasa Bang Pineda gets that point of that very quick hit there. Ito, mabilis ang pagkakapalo. That's why it went between the blockers of Anthony.
This is a duel right now between the two best scorers in the UAAP, Bang Pineda and Eliza Valdez. Tajima, oh! With a power swipe.
Well, actually, she was just saving the ball. Look at this one. Going for a swipe, evading the blocker, getting the point. Kahit si Makatuna nagulat.
Tejada with that quick attack. Oh!
Cortel was already saying na kanya yung bola, but of course, duty rin naman kasi ng libero to get that ball.
Sayang.
Sayang yun.
Now remember, Adamson had a 5-point lead already, 13-8.
Right.
Now, Ateneo just down by 2. Valdez dug up by Bang Pineda. Guevara.
Oh,
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. As Guevara gets that point. So, Adamson still up by 3.
Suzuki drive for the win, play of the game. That's on the line for Faye Guevara. Suzuki Swift Desire, all your desires made compact from Suzuki Way of Life. Valdez.
Oh, tried to go for a cut shot. No go.
Now, her flight was a little bit low on that hit, although she took off already from a different angle. Her team down right now by 4 here in set number 3. Ateneo right now trailing Adamson. An Adamson team that has raised their level of play dito sa ating third set.
Parang
Especially
they did it
this
on the
lady right
second set, pero bumalik di ba? Towards the end of the second set, bumalik yung sakit. But this time, they have to take care of the lead.
Yes. And Bang Pineda has to sustain her effort also. Valdez. Too strong. So another point for Adamson.
Uno still on the line, which means they have 3 spikers in front. A situation that they can use to string up some points. Ito, free ball.
Makatuno gets to it right away. Zapanta couldn't get it through. Zapanta again. De Jesus digs that one up. Tejada.
Zapanta sending it back. Look at that last point. And si Deden mukhang holding on to the arm.
Kanina pa yan.
Important point. Okay, you help. You come. You come in. You come in here.
Okay.
We help. Huh?
Isa lang. Oh. Sige.
Yeah.
Well, Ateneo has to somehow find a way to pull off this win. Eliza Valdez already suffering from the initial feeling of having cramps.
Which is really bad news on the third set. At pag napanalo ng Adamson, obviously we will extend. And yun yung, of course, you want Eliza Valdez 100% or get the set.
Yes, they can try to close it out here. Tejada with a point. Beatan has also checked into the match for Ahomiro. Perhaps for better coverage on the floor.
Zapanta turned back again, but still playable.
Valdez. Guevara was there up top. They go back to Valdez again.
The defense really on her. It's the third time she got blocked.
And Lazaro was there again to keep the rally alive. Zapanta.
Oh, she gets a check. Point goes to Adamson. Look at that shoot coming from Makatuno. Ang ganda naman kasi talaga. Way from the other side.
Zapanta, you can see it in her face. Gusto niyang bumawi dito sa set number 3.
And that's the right attitude.
And remember, she was taken out in the second
Right.
set. So now, she's making up for lost time. And she and Pat get a block point right here.
Ito na yung kung saan kailangan yung distribution again, ano, na kanina it was really working well for Ateneo, but now they always give it to Eliza. And again, the defense is always there for Eliza. So, kailangan ito yung matutunan pa rin ni Julia Morado how to distribute in yung certain situations.
Well, that time she went to Ahomiro. Her tip went wayward. Now, Coach Tai calls another timeout.
Hey! Half song, half song! Not serious, not serious, happy, on good, spiking, left and right, happy, very good, really good.
Well, basically, it's really about the heart, diba? Yan naman talaga. Ayaw mo, once again, you know, sabi ko nga, medyo mortal sin yan eh. Pag yung nandun ka na sa dulo, and then you go for drop balls or nagpapacheck ka lang, the coaches want you to hit it hard as much as possible. So unless you're very sure of the drop ball, dun ka lang pwedeng pumunta. But again, here, Ateneo, giving an easy ball to Adamson.
Ahomiro.
There you
Yun
go.
yung hinahanap ni Coach Tai.
That's right. So, kung magre-risk ka, doon ka na sa mas mataas yung percentage of getting the point. Diba? Kesa doon sa pahulog-hulog or off-speed. Oh, nice serve.
Very sharp serve right there by Eliza. Cortel, Morado was there. Lazaro sets it up for Ahomiro. Makatuno, back to Zapanta. Did that touch the line?
Yes, and big check also Zapata getting her groove back, getting that point. Look at her go in this third set.
I mentioned a while ago, Adamson needs yung game of her life type of a game again from Mayet Zapanta.
Correct.
And she's somehow reaching that status.
And it started when Bang Pineda
Yes.
scored yung good-looking points, di ba? Yung mas solid yung pagkakapalo.
And you know, they've done it, Mosey, with Amanda Villanueva on the bench.
Right.
Here in this third set.
Because Amanda Villanueva, again, we say that because si Amanda rin scores for Adamson, but now she's on the bench. And, maybe feeling under the weather. Oh, Patonga now comes in for Tajima.
Gatorade fueled spike of the game right there. Bang Pineda twisting her body in the air for that hit. Gatorade win from within. 23-15. Adamson trying to stay alive. Makatuno sets it up. Pineda just trying to get it across. Blockers were there. Now Pineda gets a better hit. De Jesus somehow silenced here in set number 3.
Pineda going off speed. Oh, and Eliza Valdez landing on the feet of Morado. That's why she couldn't run for that second ball.
Blocking the path of Morado. And obviously nothing Ateneo could do there because Eliza's momentum was moving forward. Adamson now at set point. Jesus. Too strong, but
Check.
there's a
Called.
check. Now Adamson needs a good reception here. And if they do, they'll most likely go to this lady right here, Bam Pineda. And she and the rest of the soaring Lady Falcons stay alive. The finishing touch for set number 3. Bam Pineda, a marvelous performance in that do-or-die set for Adamson. So, when we come back, we shall have set number 4 in this crucial matchup between the Lady Falcons and the Lady Eagles. As expected, Adamson not going down without a fight, putting up a better performance in set number 3, making the adjustments, limiting their errors, and then of course, the splendid performance of Bam Pineda keeping them afloat.
That's right, Anton. Again, they were able to adjust a little bit in that second set, but they were not able to close it out. Pero dito in this third set, a better performance coming from the Lady Falcons and a much consistent one. Hindi na masyadong, yung errors nandun pa rin, pero yung mga attacks, they were able to execute their attacks and yung contribution from Pineda, Zapanta, Guevara, and even Makatuno. So, ito yun, once again, bantay na rin kasi itong si Zapanta, no? That's why kanina she was pulled out by coach, but ito, a better Zapanta coming in this third set.
Now, it is Ateneo's turn to make the adjustments and show that they can bounce back after losing a set. Adamson was able to show that they could do it, avoiding another straight set loss as we take a look at the set summary here of set number 3.
Look at Adamson producing 3 more attack points over Ateneo. At ito pa yung maganda. 4 blocks coming from Adamson in that last set. Only 1 from Ateneo. And look at the unforced errors of Adamson. They were able to limit it to only 3. Ito nga kanina, no? Yun yung problema nila. Yung errors nila were just too many in the first and the second set. But now they were able to limit it. Plus, they were able to attack more. So they won that third set. So let's see kung ano naman din tama ka, no? Adjustment ng Ateneo.
Maraming salamat muli sa inyong pagtutok ngayon sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Don Rojas, kasama si Mosey Ravena. And then, of course, we have Selena Dagdag reporting for Ateneo and Mitch Del Carmen for Adamson. Pineda only 4 points in the first 2 sets, 12 in the third set. Napakalaking bagay nun.
Yun talaga. And sometimes we always say na pag yung binubunot yung mga starters, di ba? Minsan may mga situations sa ganun, may starter na bubunutin, papaupuin muna to just give another perspective of the game. And normally nga when they return, they're better players.
Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play. We've seen a couple of these already today from Gia Morado. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, expect more from the small sedan. Morado has been increasing her point total, especially in the last 2 matches, Mosey. She had 5 points against UP, 6 against NU. So pati siya pumupuntos.
That's right. And those are bonus points coming from Morado,
who was only averaging 2.7 per match in the first round.
Free ball now.
Morado setting it up to Valdez, who gets it back. Pineda was there. Makatuno, back set. Cortel had to adjust. Another chance ball for Ateneo. Not that time for Morado. A difficult chance ball sent to the other side by Pineda. Valdez. Bitin ang kanyang touch. Let's go now to Selena Dagdag.
Well, Anton and Mosey, needless to say, Coach Tai was pretty disappointed as regards to the performance of the Lady Eagles during the third set. However, he acknowledges the fact that there's no use dwelling on that set. Rather, they should just focus on the game now at hand. Now, at this point, coach instructions have the girls focusing on their floor defense and their blocks as he tells them to avoid any form of miscommunication and to try not to leave empty or unguarded spaces. Lastly, coach tells the girls to be watchful and efficient with their roles even when they transition from their offensive roles to their defensive roles. Pinaalala rin nila Denden at Eliza sa team, bawi na lang tayo at konting gigil lang. Anton and Mosey.
Yun kasi medyo nawala sa atin yung the third set. Yung gigil, yung intensity.
And again, because we're on your second round, yung Ateneo naman, ang hinahanap na nila yung attitude eh. Kung kaya mo i-close close out in 3 sets, why not? Diba? Kung kaya mo i-dominate, do it. But of course, hindi naman madaling gawin yan with the Lady Falcons.
Especially with their winning tradition. And veterans like Pineda and Zapata being the most vocal voices on the team.
Valdez with 20 points now.
Yep, that's already surpassing her average
of
18.5 per match.
And Pineda also with 16 points already in this match. Zapata and De Jesus. Yan yung mga supporting cast na kailangan nung ni Eliza at saka ni Pineda, each with 9 points.
Morado sets it up. De Jesus. Too wide on that cut shot. Let's go now to the Adamson side. Here's Mitch Del Carmen.
Anton and Mosey, Coach Sherwin is now enthusiastic but is still on his feet as he believes that the first 2 sets were just a warm-up for the girls. It's now time to give their game a notch higher. Now Coach Sherwin again makes it a point to get into the girls' heads. Dapat daw ang nasa utak nila lagi ay kung sino ang tao nila, ang tamang decision kung i-receive ba o hindi. Simply put, he just wants them to play basic volleyball. Ngayon ang sabi nga ulit ng leader nilang si Bang Pineda, 5 sets pa ito, kaya tulong-tulong lang tayo at syaga pa. Anton and Mosey?
Yun naman ang word doon, di ba? Chinaga talaga nila eh,
yes.
Di ba, Anton? Hindi sila nag-give up, even if they tried in the second set and kind of failed towards the end. Yung third set, yun pa rin, chinaga, they won that set.
Uishi, oh wow, moment of the game right here. Amy Ahomiro, nagparamdam. Open up to everyday surprises. Well, Adamson has played in 2 5-setters so far here this season. And 1-1 sila when it comes to 5 sets. They won against UP but lost against FEU. That's what they're looking at right now. Another 5-set match, but Ateneo with a Betadine block of the set right there. Betadine 7.5% feminine wash for Red Days. It's better to be protected. But Nongan was there up top, but Cortel was there to clean it up.
Free ball now given to Adamson.
Let's see how they'll take advantage of this. Pineda from the middle.
Another free ball.
Another chance for Adamson.
Makipaat na. Okay, Pineda pa rin.
That time she wins the joust. Oh! Two-handed power tip. Morado was there though. Makatuno. Ahomiro.
Oh, she wasn't ready. She went for the approach early. Ahomiro right into the net.
6-all.
Alam mo, ang laro na dito ngayon ng dalawang setters natin, nagpupursyentuhan na, di ba? They're giving it to Eliza, sa kabila naman si Makatuno is giving it to Pineda. Nawala na ng konti yung distribution na nakita natin in the first and second set. And even in the third set.
Guevara, nothing there. Another
Free
chance ball. Back to Pineda again, as you were saying. This time, it's Guevara. This time, it's Makatuno herself, but Morado was there. Makatuno to bang. Cut shot. De Jesus was there. Another long rally.
And a free ball given to Ateneo.
Morado up top. Ahomiro.
Oh, there you go. Now, They give it to Ahumiro and she scores one.
That is the elevation she needs to be able to come up with an angled hit like this.
That's right, a differential hit coming from Ahumiro. And she had only one blocker.
Makatuno sends it across. De Jesus, too much angle on that hit. Another deadlock as Bam Pineda serves this one up. Guevara
adjusting to that quick hit.
Cortel pops it up. Zapanta.
Oh, there you go. Zapanta with that clean, solid hit.
And Mayet Zapanta breaks into double digits. And more importantly, gives her squad an 8-7 advantage here in set number 4. The Adamson Lady Falcons showing just how resilient they are in this match. Going down 2-0. And then leading Ateneo here in set number 4. Coach Tai is back. Had a good start, his team did. But they need a good finish.
Even yung galaw na Ateneo, no? By his mere presence, naging parang mas aggressive sila. Mas umiikot sa loob ng court.
Well, he's definitely an authority figure. Someone that you respect.
And again,
you
he
follow.
started with Ella De Jesus and Patnongon in this game. So agad-agad, di ba, may adjustment na ginawa.
Yeah, yung imprint niya was there right away. Was seen with the personnel na kanyang pinasok. Si Patnongon nga, stepping in for Tajima. But like you said, Mosey, itong set number 4, the setters. You know, it's we noticed they're going to their money man.
Yes, that's right. Almost all the time. That's really close to the net.
Pero syempre, hindi pwedeng magkumpiyansa yung iba. They still have to be ready to step up.
Because they will spell the difference.
Yes, yun nga.
Diba?
Itong sila Zapanta, Guevara.
Speaking of free ball, ito, kung kay Patnongon to, di ba, maiiba na konti. But still, they give it to Liza Valdez. All the 3 blockers were already on Valdez, but still, she was able to take that point.
You know, this...
At dalawang blockers for Eliza.
This 4th set is being played out much like the first set. Long rallies, neck and neck. And let's see if it will continue with that type of pace. A lot of deadlocks.
Yung, towards the end na lang, who will win it. So Zapanta once again. Look at this back set from Makatuno.
Already. Adamson already getting the bonus points from her.
Correct. And again, that was after she was pulled out.
Yes.
Kita niya na, okay, I know what I should do. And yun naman ang maganda, diba? When you get back to the game, you're a different person. You understand the game a little bit more and yung urgency of the game, the importance of the game, and she responded well.
Tejada getting a clean hit right there, just avoiding the blockers. Paat.
Paat. You know, she has polished her skills in this second round.
Eleven to 10 now. Favor of Adamson. Morado, one-handed set there. And now a 2-point lead by Adamson.
So ito na yung patience that Adamson slowly getting back to their game. and winning the third set. And this time, up by 3 now.
And Coach Tai has seen enough. Crucial timeout right here.
Them happy, happy. You everybody walking out.
Relax lang, relax.
Happy, strong. Good fight. Keep one.
Coach Parley Tupas stepping in also on that last huddle. Sabi niya, receive daw. Kailangan ng Ateneo.
Again, and it all starts from that good receive. In that good first ball. Kasi it will start everything off. Yung, yan, katulad niyan. They were able to run that play because of that good first ball. They take the point. Talking about Ateneo.
Pineda was not happy about their positioning on that last moment right there.
Nice serve.
Pineda.
Oh!
Wow!
Sharp angle and she gets the point. That deserves a second look. Kahit nga siguro third and fourth. Look at this.
One of the best at generating a lot of power from her legs.
And totally evading the two blockers of Ateneo in that last play. Oh, this one.
De Jesus coming in with a lot of steam on that hit.
Challenge the blockers. Use them to take that point. Kahit na sabihin na siguro kahit labang kayo sa height sa akin, hindi pwede.
Temperatura was there. Paat, who has 8 points in this match. Unable to get one right there. Cortel. Pineda gets it through.
Right. Pineda once again, this time with she again got it through the blockers of Ateneo. Oh, now you see Morente coming in.
Coach Tai digging deep. Morente, one of the 6 additions on this Ateneo squad this year.
Lazaro with the dig.
Here's Morente, dug up by Pat. Pineda. Pineda again!
Smart move! Pineda not taking her eyes off the ball. Swiped it and got that last point.
And she puts her team up by 4. What an intelligent play right there by Bam Pineda. Didn't expect that she would get her hit through the blockers. Yep. Inabangan niya, and then she went for that swipe.
Once again, she knows that it is an important game. Imagine if they beat Ateneo today, ano na tayo, no, for third place. Magkakaroon tayo ng tie for third place.
Exactly.
So a better position. Kumbaga, ang laki ng magiging diferensya for Adamson.
We have been stressing just how important this match is today. And a service ace right there for Adamson.
So Adamson again trying to pull away at this juncture, just like in the third set. Kaya nahirapan ni Ateneo humabol. Masyado nang malaki yung lead ng Adamson.
This is the biggest lead here in set number 4. Morado sets it up for De Jesus. Zapanta was there. Guevara, Lazaro, Morado back set. Morente.
That did not go cross. So, point goes to the Lady Falcons. And kanina in the second set, we were saying na yung Adamson should take care of the lead.
Yeah.
Diba? They should hold on to the lead. And so they did in the third set. At ngayon, ito na naman, mukhang ganun ang nangyayari in this fourth set.
And you know what? I think Coach Sherwin, at least for today's match, found the right combination in terms of the players on the floor. He brought Cortel in.
Correct.
Villanueva went out. And binalik na si Zapata.
That's right. In other words, naging maganda yung adjustments na ginagawa ni Coach Sherwin all throughout from the first set to dito tayo sa fourth set. Minsan, it's really all about adjustments, di ba, within the game.
And he's made so much until finally nakuha niya. Now, we haven't seen Amanda Villanueva since set number 2.
Right. Oh, and the jump ball called.
So that's 2 straight points now for Ateneo. Sorry.
Look at this.
They keep the score at 13.
Yes. Kasi it's a jump ball called and Pineda, long one coming from her. Ito yung ayaw natin makita. No? Ito yung cost the game for the sets. In the first set, second set, dito sa Adamson. Yung mga errors nila, especially yung attack errors.
Guevara with a running hit right there.
Oh, it's over. Oh, but Patnongon not
Nearly a
able
lucky break
to handle that one.
Pineda denied, but she collides with Patnongon. And Pineda apologizes.
Pinakamahirap talaga yan. Middle line na yan. It's where all the collision happens.
3 straight points for Ateneo.
Gusto mong palo? C. Okay, C. Open. Ika lang. Kunin mo lang yung gitna. Okay? Tatlo yung lamang natin. Isang first ball lang at saka
It looks like Coach Sherwin is setting up a play for Faye Guevara. Someone that...
A daw si Faye. C dito sa open. So, nakakatawa rin kasi si Coach, nag-time out siya, tinanong na lang niya, ano yung gusto mong paluin?
Yes.
Ikaw, kayo na magsabi. Just to stop the bleeding, di ba? To stop the run of
Because it
Ateneo.
has been 3 straight points for Ateneo. Well, they couldn't get a good reception there.
Oh, what a
Pineda.
save!
Unbelievable.
Ang hirap ng angle na yun, and
Make that 4 straight points now for Ateneo.
yan na. So it's just a 2-point lead now for Ateneo. So we'll take a look at this save by Pineda. Legal save.
She was already flying towards her left. Pineda. There, finally. Adamson stops the run.
That was off the block. Letting it pass through De Jesus. But now, ito yung magiging importante for Adamson. Itong rotation where Bang Pineda is at the back row.
Guevara running in, and she gets the point.
That's right, and Guevara sort of answered my question. Ito yung running hit. Guevara with only one blocker there coming from Ateneo, late pa.
Yun pala yung gusto niya. Gusto niya palo.
Running.
Valdez from the back row. Cortel was there. Macatuno sends it across. De Jesus, drop ball does not work. Zapanta.
Oh, getting that corner down the line hit from Zapanta. Davao native.
The veterans putting the Falcons on their backs.
Right. ibang-iba yung nilaro nila, no? From the first and second, iba dun sa third and fourth.
And the reigning best server in the league gets a service ace right there.
Ella here. Ella Cheng here. Cheng Center Right. Back row Here Ella go deep here. And then I'm strong. No problem. Let's give 2 points.
Well, again, mukhang si Coach Bunit now drew up a play by dun sa kanyang board. So, ayun, mas understandable yon. Definitely, sinabi niya si Ella doon. So, let's see kung magiging kay Ella itong play, next play ng Ateneo.
Pam Pineda, this comeback started with her in set number 3.
And kay Ella nga yung play, but that was dug up well.
Patnongon, Guevara, and Adamson with another point. And
ito yung kailangan ma-survive ng Adamson eh. But Bey Guevara doing an excellent job in the middle position. And Zapata also.
then Lazarus just gutting it out. Again, that ball went straight to her right hand.
Chance for Ateneo.
De Jesus. Morado, Valdez from the back row.
Dug up by Pineda.
Zapanta wanting a check. No, she won't get it.
No check, no check. So, point goes to Ateneo. But Adamson needing only 2 more to close this out. It's full stretch tayo.
Yeah.
5 set.
Makatuno sets it up. Zapanta. Oh, that's good.
That's right. Mukha namang check ball na and good pa. So, again, mangamoy 5 sets.
Again, Adamson, sanayan sa 5-set matches. We've already played in 2 5-set matches here in season 76. Ateneo just won, which of course was against UST. They won that 5-set match, winning the last 2 sets. Valdez, teka muna, sabi niya.
Oh yes, this is not yet over. Although flawless game, dito sa side na Ateneo ang kailangan. So we are at the set point.
And Coach Sherwin ices the server.
Hey, kailangan natin pumunto sa burat-burat tayo pag may time. Si Pei, di ba? Si Pei kagaya tutumba. Pag maganda ang receive, bigay mo na. Pero pagka pupunta yung receive dito, bigay mo na kay Mayen. Ha? Pag walang receive, dito, balik sa dati. Okay? Pag na-depensahan dito, wala nang papapukulan si puro Valdez na time.
Isang puntos na lang ang kailangan ng Adamson dito sa set number 4. Coach Sherwin Meneses drawing up what could be the winning play of this set.
Trying to go and make this a 5-setter. They only need a point to do that. Alam mo, minsan factor din yun, yung sanay sa 5 sets.
Yeah.
Valdez
with a single block. But it goes out.
Oh, Adamson again getting that last point. And 5 sets tayo, partner. Sinabi na natin bago pa mag-game
Crucial Alam na natin, first set pa lang, iba na yung galaw ng ating mga players on the floor. So, 5 sets in this very crucial encounter between the Lady Falcons and the Lady Eagles. Stay tuned right here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action. So it has come down to this one final set to determine the winner of this contest between Ateneo and Adamson. Going into set number 5, Mosey, momentum is obviously on the side of the Lady Falcons.
That is correct. So a little bit of everything ang pwedeng mangyari dito. Sanayan dun sa maglaro ng 5 sets at yung momentum nandun sa Adamson. But again, this entire game was a game of adjustments, di ba? From both coaches. So let's see kung ano pang natitira, di ba? Sa dalawa nating coaches going into this 5th set. So again, magiging importante lahat yan. Yung coaching decisions, di ba? Yung pagpasok-labas ng mga players. So, at yung yung mauuna kagad. As we can see the numbers in that 4th set. Again, the Lady Falcons producing more attack points. Blocking naman, medyo lumamang na yung Ateneo this time. Service aces, bumawi ang Adamson. Pero yung, because again, the Lady Falcons, they limited their errors to only 4. Baliktad naman nangyari sa Lady Eagles. Na-force naman sila ng Adamson to commit 10 errors in that set.
Adamson only committed 7 unforced errors in the last 2 sets.
Diba?
Yun yung pinakamalaking bagay
So,
doon.
unlike the 1st and 2nd set.
And then, of course, Pineda really coming alive in those last 2 sets. 21 points all in all. Zapanta also playing splendidly. 14 points. What about Mylene Paat with 10 points?
And also Guevara, di ba?
Oo.
We got worried because si Pineda nandun na sa likod. But they respond with the points coming from Zapanta and Guevara.
De Jesus, 13 points today for her after that service ace to start this deciding set number 5. Valdez leads all scorers with 23. Adamson looking to tie Ateneo at the 3rd spot in the team standings. Ateneo looking to gain some separation. They are chasing Lasal and NU Zapanta. Nobody home on the back row.
Kumbaga, ang daming pwedeng mangyari with the win here, for both squads. As we take a look at this, Zapanta in between the blockers of Ateneo. So, pag nanalo ang Lady Falcons, pareho na silang nasa 3rd place ng Ateneo. Pag nanalo naman Ateneo, parang ang laki ng separation from 3rd to 4th.
Yes.
So again, ito yung at stake in this game.
Let's hear from Selena Dagdag.
Well, Anton and Mosey, the mood in the huddle earlier was that of sheer determination as the girls collectively agreed that they would be giving it their all coming into this set. Now the girls discussed among themselves who would be playing certain roles, such as who would be jumping for certain shots or certain blocks, and of course, who would be playing or guarding a specific area, and finally hitting or nailing the ball at certain spots. Now, Coach Tai wants the girls to stand strong and play happy. Team Captain Eliza encourages the girls to forget everything but the playing of the game. Diin nga ni Eliza, kalimutan na natin ang scores. Huwag natin isipin yun, basta maglaro tayo. Anton and Mosey.
Thank you, Selena, for that report. Ateneo with a good start here. There was a reaction from the fans in blue for the Ateneo side after that hit by Zapanta went straight to the top of the net.
That's right. And ito rin, yun yung gusto mo sa 5th set kasi na mangyari. Yung parang strong start ka kagad. Because it really affects the game of the opponent.
Let's hear now from Mitch Del Carmen.
Anton and Mosey, tulad nga ng sinabi mo kanina, dahil mga isa o dalawa lang ang naglalaro na rookies para sa Adamson side, kaya kay Coach Sherwin dahil mas nakakarami ang veterans nila, inaasahan niyang sila ang mag-step up lalo na sa crucial set na ito. Now, for this vital set, Coach Sherwin stresses the importance of their teamwork. Hindi pwedeng isa hanggang 3 players lang ang nagko-contribute. Dapat daw 7. Now, since the board is moving, they are going to take advantage of this by reading their chance ball plays to
Adamson falling apart here.
Again, the errors.
The errors.
Yung na-limit na nila ng 3rd and 4th set. Imagine, 3 and 4 lang ang number of errors nila in the 3rd and the 4th set.
Makatuno goes to Paat. Zapanta. Just enough juice on that hit.
That's right. touch the floor. So let's see if they get something out of this good hit by Zapata.
Wishy, oh wow, moment of the game. Just one blocker there. It was Ahomiro, and Zapata avoided it. Open up to everyday surprises. Morado, up top, Valdez. She apologizes. Sabi niya, akin.
Right.
Betadine block of the set. Betadine 7.5% feminine wash for red days. It's better to be protected. Kaya lang net ang nag-block kay Eliza doon.
Oh, Homiro going down the line. Ito na, I think in this set, yung distribution magiging important. Kung sino dun sa setters natin ang magiging mas matapang to give the others yung chance to hit, yung hindi masyadong nababantayan. So kanina we saw nga Eliza Valdez, nandun na yung blockers eh.
Sharp serve by Eliza, but a good dig by Mayet Zapanta. Makatuno sets it up. Pineda had to adjust, and it does not roll, but mukhang yung pa ni Ahomiro stepping over the line.
Let's try to look at it once again. Yung net.
Yung net.
Yep. Net violation. Ahomiro.
Tejada. Temperatura was there, the rookie libero. Morado, back set, Ahomiro. Popped up by the captain, Makatuno. Pineda.
Oh! Simple volleyball going down the line.
And we are tied.
Pineda. What a beautiful hit. Look at this once again.
Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play. At tumama ba sa daliri ni Ahomiro. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, expect more from the small sedan. De Jesus. Temperatura. De Jesus again. Makatuno up top. Pineda!
Oh! With an off-speed, gets the ball. Eto na tayo, yung mga veteran moves, lalabas ng lahat.
What a performance today by Bam Pineda. She gives her team a 1-point lead.
Back. Ruby. Right. Up to you. One more. Okay na. One point. Problem. Relax. Happy. Happy
Ms. Malu Isip and Mr. Ricky Palu, representatives of the UAAP board from Adamson and Ateneo respectively.
Parang may gitna rin, may kabilang kampo rin. Representatives na ating schools na birds of prey.
Yep.
Ito talaga laban sa ere.
An aerial battle.
Aerial battle, exactly.
Morado. Ahomiro gets the point.
And this is the exact thing that the coach wanted. And Ahomiro getting that point of that combination play.
What a classic match between these two teams.
And again, dun yan labanan nung hindi binabantayan masyado. But again, Pineda gets a set and she responds with that hit. Alam mo, hindi madali yung ginagawa ni Pineda because open hitter siya. Pero halos na sa gitna na lang short yung set. But nagiging mas effective kasi naguguluhan din yung blockers dun sa kabila. So ito nga si Coach Ty, pinapakita kay Ariel kung dapat i-close out niya, habulin niya yung spiker. But yung konting hindi ko alam kung sinasadya ng Adamson yan na short yung pagkakaset kay Pineda. But it's really working well for them. Pang ilang beses ko nang nakita yan.
They just can't seem to keep her in check. Especially in the last 3 sets, including this one.
That's why si Makatuno, wala pa siya dun sa point na just to give it to another spiker. Because itong si Bank Pineda has been making it and getting the points for them.
It's all about heart here as we are winding down what has been a classic match between Adamson and Ateneo. De Jesus, nothing there. Morado sets it up for a home hero. Nobody home, wait.
But that goes out, sayang. No one there to block Amy Ahomiro.
Sayang, pagkakataon. Woohoo! Adamson trying to pull away. De Jesus. Now, that was Pineda's problem in the first set.
Right.
Now De Jesus underneath the ball on that hit.
Ito na yung crucial stage of the match, and it's going to be about heart.
And what heart and composure shown by the rookies, especially from the Adamson side. Temperatura, and then of course paan. Pero hindi pa nagpapatalo itong Ateneo. Ahomiro bumawi.
Once again, Ruben Morado giving it to Ahomiro, and Ahomiro getting just one blocker. So, yun yung effectivity nung set na yun, nung play na yun for Ateneo. Alam mo na hindi masyadong babantayan. Mas babantayan siguro si De Jesus, who has been making her hits.
2 straight points for Ateneo. Something's gotta give.
Yes. That's why we invite you guys to come over here and watch it live. If not, of course, dito tayo sa ating sports channel, Sports and Action. ABS-CBN.
10-9.
Oh!
And a service is
Amy Ahomiro.
You know, she has come alive here in set number 5.
Right. Men's volleyball team ng Ateneo. Kompleto. Full support for the women's team.
At syempre, every week, meron na tayong Game of the Week sa men's volleyball.
Talaga, na I always watch. Ang daya nga, ikaw lagi nagko-cover.
Oh!
Error! So good time out for makatulong kay Coach Sherwin yung timeout na yun.
But Pineda will now have to play from the back row, Mosey.
So again, but kanina they were able to answer that in the fourth set. Tama. So let's see ngayon kung ganun pa rin. Oh! Hindi na kailangan in that last point as Pineda gets an ace.
The reigning best server in the UAAP strikes again. 3 points away from tying Ateneo in the standings at 3rd place. De Jesus. The door is slammed shut on her, but Ateneo somehow gets it across courtesy of Lazaro. Wala pa rin. Chance ball now. Makatuno goes up top. Guevara!
Once again, it's Guevara answering the call for Adamson.
That is 3 straight points now for the Lady Falcons.
Every time. Happy. Last stop. One more point. You will. One point you win. Back low.
At this point, we're about to see just how strong the hearts
Correct.
of these Ateneo Lady Eagles are.
That's right.
Their backs are against the wall.
Once again, a very, very important game for these two squads.
Ateneo was already up 2 sets to none.
Correct.
Pero hindi bumigay ang Adamson Lady Falcons.
Oh! And ito naman, yung timeout na to, nakaganda naman kay Coach Tai. As Pineda sending it long from the service line.
Bayanan back in the match. What a match. That's all
Somehow
I can say.
somehow we expected it to be like this. Pero pag nandito ka na, it's different. As a Panda, with an error, yeah. On the attack, and Ateneo, it's just down by 1.
Now let's listen in on this huddle of Coach Sherwin.
Gandahan mo lang yung palo.
Well, ito makikita natin si Coach Sherwin is throwing up a play and sinasabi nga niya, alam mo, it's going to boil down really dun sa lakasan lang ng loob to. Once and more. Alam mo, naging effective yung mga timeouts sa serve. Let's see. Kung ganun din ba mangyayari kay Jesus. Oh, this is
Sinigurado.
making sure. Oh, that just goes in. And Zapata. Oh.
3 straight points now for Ateneo. That one goes to the left.
That's right. Wide on the down the line try. Ay, grabe.
Dalawa na lang.
Yep.
For
Para
both
sa
these
dalawa.
teams.
Oh.
Guevara!
Oh, Guevara.
A thunderous block by Valdez and Pantongon.
I think that last time out, iyan ang focus ni Coach Tai, no? Yun na si kay Guevara. Look at the blocking of Ateneo. Really centered on Guevara on that last play. Inabangan mapapansin mo iba. Inabangan ni Eliza.
Credit the block point to Eliza Valdez. Zapanta. Dug up by Lazaro. Morado to Valdez. Can she close it out?
Oh,
and Ateneo catches themselves from a free fall. And Coach Tai gets the win in his comeback game.
What a game, partner. You knew it was going to be a long one. Pero ito, again, we are in the second round. This time, it's a notch higher, more exciting, and talaga namang napaka-close game.
The last 5 points were from Ateneo. They scored the last 5 points. They were down.
Correct.
13-10.
We thought that it was going to go the Lady Falcons way already. Pero ang Ateneo, you asked about heart, ito yung heart na pinakita ng Ateneo.
Heart strong. Paulit-ulit sinasabi ni Coach Tai. At yun ang pinakita ng Ateneo Lady Eagles dito sa ating match ngayong araw. There you see the set scoring. The Lady Eagles were on the ropes. They were falling down, but they were able to catch themselves just in time, scoring the last 5 points of this match for the win. RCBC life-changing move of the match right here. Let's watch this once again. Gia Morado setting it up to De Jesus. Ella De Jesus, a splendid game for her this afternoon.
Look at this combination play. De Jesus, even with the tall paat, was able to get that point.
RCBC Savings Bank My Loans, it's life-changing. So, number 3 pa rin ang Ateneo.
Right.
And she is our Gatorade Fueled Player of the game. Ella De Jesus, 13 points. Gatorade win from within.
Alam mo si Ella, kanina we were asking kung sino ang pwedeng tumulong kay Eliza Valdez, di ba? Kailangan yung distribution would be to different players like Ahumiro, you have Ella De Jesus, and this time they all answered to that, di ba? And Ella De Jesus putting an A game today. Yun yung naging difference pagdating ni Coach Tai. Nakita natin si Ella to start this game.
A total team effort from both sides, but there could only be one winner, Ateneo, emerging victoriously over Adamson in 5 sets. Bukas, tuloy pa rin ang volleyball action, Mosey.
Siyempre, hindi pwede
Non-stop to.
mag-stop. That's right. And ito na yung games natin for tomorrow, Anton.
Yup, sa ating unang laban, ating mapapanood ang UE Lady Warriors kontra sa NU Lady Bulldogs, and at 4 p.m. FU naman kontra sa UST.
Ayun, yung second game natin. Again, an important game for these two teams.
Great working with you again, partner. Classic matchup.
Thanks, Anton. Woo, what a game.
And thank you so much for tuning in to UAAP Season 76. LaSalle defeating UP in straight sets in our first match, and Ateneo prevailing over Adamson in 5 sets in a classic encounter in our second match on this Saturday afternoon. For Direct, Abet Ramos, Mitch Del Carmen, Selena Dagdag, my partner Mosey Ravenna, and everybody here from ABS-CBN Sports. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Don Rojas. Nagsasabing magkita-kita ulit tayo bukas for more UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball action dito lang sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends. The following has been a special presentation of ABS-CBN Sports.